I wanted to make stuff that would be useful no matter what, because that's what I believe is actually hardest to learn in design.
Right.
Is not the specific software. There's so many people out there doing that already. I wanted to teach the less tangible things, like there's just the stuff you need to know that makes you a good designer. So iteration,
Right.
finding a process for that. Doesn't matter what software you're doing, doesn't matter what you're even designing. That's always a process you should go through and something that you need to learn. So I don't know if I thought consciously that I want to make sure I'm making evergreen videos. It's just that the type of stuff I want to teach is evergreen.
Does it bother you that tripod is crooked?
Nope, because it's just a microphone. Is it bothering you?
Just a little bit. I'm here with my coworker, Charli.
Hi.
Charli's a designer. She is also a YouTuber. We'll link to her channel below. But we met because we both spoke at the same conference.
Yes.
The Sean West conference. And I think I interrogated for you for a while. And
Yeah.
then through that process, learned that I might be able to convince you to come work for ConvertKit. And actually, there's a favorite moment where you were talking about how much you enjoyed your job. And then you said, yeah, the only thing that I'd really love to not have the commute. I was like, oh, well, would you like to work for a software company where you could work remotely? And you're like, yeah, that'd be great. Then I might work. I don't know if you're talking about working back in New Zealand for some of the time or whatever. And then our friend Levi interrupts and is like, Charli, he's offering you a job.
And then I was like, oh.
What I wanted to talk about today with Charli is not just being a creator, but how you structure your content. A lot of people ask me for advice about, okay, should I focus everything on teaching?
Yep.
Right? Because at ConvertKit we have the phrase, teach everything you know.
Yeah.
Neither of us have it on t-shirts at the moment. No. And then there's this other side of the storytelling. People who tell amazing stories, and that's why you follow them.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole category that you might search for on YouTube of everyone who's teaching.
Tutorials.
How do you approach the intersection of those two things?
So I started my channel specifically not wanting to do tutorials, actually.
Okay.
Because that was all I saw from designers on YouTube was just other tutorials. But so I don't think I really considered it teaching when I first started, but I think it was in a different way.
Okay.
I was sharing advice more than I was like doing structured, here's how to make something in Photoshop.
Right.
So that's definitely still teaching. But yeah, I didn't want to be a tutorial channel. My goal with my videos is to make the kind of content that I would have found useful to see when I was getting started in the design industry. So a lot of that is teaching, but some of it is honestly just sharing my life.
Right.
Like just sharing what it's like to be a designer, sharing what are some of the struggles that you might face that you don't realize when you're in design school or, still learning. I have a video recently where I went through all my iteration process for designing a graphic. I'd been through this process of designing something pretty terrible to start with, and each design I made was like a slight improvement and getting to the end product. So I just talked through, this is how I did it, this is why I made these decisions, and just showing my work, but kind of teaching through that.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So then how does storytelling come into that? Because one thing that I've seen with the best creators is that you're not just following them because I got fact number 1 and then fact number 2 and then a great takeaway to bring and package it all up.
Yeah.
Right? I'm actually following that person.
Yeah.
And the Photoshop tutorial is not going to do that for me. Even the design advice tutorial, that's getting there.
Yeah.
But how do you bring your personality and storytelling into your channel?
So I haven't been doing it recently, but my main structure that I try to stick to with my videos is 2 a week. One is a vlog where it's sharing my life. I film my week. I film myself working at my desk and the projects that I'm working on. If I go out with friends, that sort of thing. That's like a chunk of my life that you're seeing in this video. And then another video on the weekend is a more structured teaching, like advice video. Right. So that's kind of what I've been trying to do. Because I think it's important if you want to build an audience for them not only to get value from your content, as in, oh good, I learned something from this, but think about in school, your favorite classes were the ones where you really liked the teacher.
Right.
And I think that it's the same online, that you're going to like learning from the people who you enjoy watching. So if I share more of my life and people can get to know me a little bit through my videos, then they'll be more likely to pick my video when they want to learn something, and mine is one of the options available, my video on the topic. Yeah. But also, people click on that vlog to be like entertained, they just want to watch a weekly vlog. It's a very popular thing on YouTube. And so I've like snuck a bit of teaching into there,
Right.
you know, then like accidentally learning just while they're being entertained.
Look
So,
at that.
Yeah.
You learn things.
Yeah.
I like that of actually weaving, you know, the stories into
Yeah.
it of I'm gonna teach you this thing, but I'm also going to, you know, entertain you
Yeah.
throughout that and give you something to really connect with.
Yeah. I have another example of where I've done this recently, actually. I was struggling with the redesign of websites for our conference, the conference we hold at ConvertKit, Craft and Commerce.
Yeah.
Had to do a
buy
lightweight
tickets.
reskin to update the brand, and I was really struggling with that. And so I was working on this project as I vlogged my week, and so I was talking about the process of doing this to the camera and like showing my screen about what I'd got into at that point, why I was struggling so much. And I think sharing it in that way, the video's got a lot of great comments. People are enjoying hearing about that.
Right.
It's I think because I'm sharing as I'm in the situation and I'm telling the story around it while it's still happening, rather than next year making a video looking back and saying, oh, I designed this conference site, you know, here's what I ended up with.
Yeah, and because the other thing is, right, people tend to go into the pure teaching side or the pure storytelling side.
Yep.
And so if you're in the pure teaching side, at least for me when I made tutorials, I would get it so that I had it polished and then I would record it.
Yes.
And if I didn't get it right, I would re-record it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'd be like, look at this, look at me, I'm a design professional.
I'm
You-
amazing. Yeah.
You could follow this and be a design professional just like me. You know, it's what you're talking about is you're getting into a project and you're saying, this is hard. I'm stuck. Hold on. Oh yeah, no, that's not gonna work either. You
Yeah.
know, and then you're like, oh, here's how I solved it, and it's a whole journey.
Yeah.
What are some of the other things if someone is getting started as a creator and ramping up that YouTube channel? What are a few things that you'd share with them?
I would say to not get too hung up on the quality. I
Okay.
think this is where a lot of people get stuck in thinking they see YouTubers who have been making videos for years,
Right.
amazing filmmakers like our friend Levi Allen, who makes
Yes.
beautiful videos.
So everyone can see it's all happening right now.
Perfectly color corrected, slow-mo shots, you know. But if I'd waited until I got to that level to start a YouTube channel, I probably still wouldn't have started.
Right.
So there's more and more people starting a channel every single day. And that means, unfortunately, the market is getting more and more saturated. There's more options for people to have to subscribe to. So yeah, just get started and don't wait anymore until you've got it perfect. Because your first few videos you put out are probably going to go out to like 100 people max.
Right.
You know, it'd be great if you got to that in your first month. Don't have unrealistic expectations, you know. So start practicing and start putting in the work now.
Well, Charlie, thank you for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for doing great design work for ConvertKit
Oh,
for
thank you.
the last few years. It's been really fun to work together. And we'll link to your channel, have people
Sounds good.
check you out there. And yeah, come to Craft and Commerce. Come to all our events.
We'll both be there.
Yeah.
It'll be great. Yeah.
It'll be good. All right, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.